What up, T Squad? It's me, Keisha, and I got some news for you guys. So we all know that Sweet Tea is a cast member on Married to Medicine and has been known for her outspoken and straightforward personality. But the tension amongst her and the cast members have been running high. We all know that she has had a very contentious relationship from the beginning with Dr. Heavenly and Dr. Jackie. And then this past season, her and Toya fell out, and her and Quad started off on the wrong foot, not because of her, but because of Quad. But with the announcement yesterday that Married to Medicine has been renewed for its 12th season, Letitia has confirmed that she is not returning to the show. Yes, unfortunately, she will not be back for her third season. Let's take a look at what she had to say about her departing from the show.
I'm glad you're not coming back to Married to Medicine. I didn't like how it worked out. It was foul. I mean, it definitely was foul. And I'm just going to say, I haven't really talked a lot about this, but, I really wanted to leave it to my fans to figure out, like, what was going on. Because know that I'm not a quitter. Never, ever been a quitter. And I ain't never ran away from anybody. So just putting that out there. But it just is what it is. And I think that there are better things in store for me. I think that platform was what it was for me at the moment. And I think that God has something better. And I'm going down the right path. So that's all. And just know I'll never bow down to. Just know that. Can't do it. Never will do it. Right is right, wrong is wrong.
I know there was a lot of people that really didn't care for Sweet Tea being on the show. I saw a lot of people saying that she should have never came on. She knew what she was getting herself into. She shouldn't have never came on Quad's show. These are Quad's friends, not hers, and all of these different things. But I actually enjoyed Sweet Tea being on the show, but I do think that she was in over her head. I do feel that she was used, especially by Heavenly and Quad, because we all know the reason why Heavenly championed her to come on the show was to give Quad a storyline and to help her get back in good graces with the network and have a storyline for herself. And I think that from day one, she was mistreated. I think that she wasn't given a fair shake. She really honestly wasn't. The odds were stacked against her from the beginning. And it's really unfortunate how she was done, because she was done wrong by those ladies, minus Contessa. Everybody else on that show really did her dirty. Really honestly did. Simone was hit or miss when it came to her, but the rest of them heifers really did her dirty. I was so disappointed in Toya and the way that Toya handled her and treated her at the reunion. It came out of nowhere. It was so unwarranted. And it was just giving follower behavior. It was apparent that they all got together and decided that we're going to get her out. Yep. It was Toya. It was Heavenly. It was Quad. Jackie didn't really say too much, but Jackie is a silent killer. You know what I'm saying? She let other people do her dirty work. But it was obvious that they came up with this agreement that we're going to get this chick out of here because she's no longer needed. But I think that this is best for her and for Dr. Gregory, especially with them trying to have a baby. You don't want that kind of stress and drama around you. It's just it's silly at the end of the day. Why be around people that don't like you in a negative environment if you don't have to? Every check ain't a good check, and peace of mind is far better than reality show fame. She is a newly married woman, and she got enough going on in her marriage, in her family life, and everything else than to be dealing with a bunch of bitter, miserable old hags. And that's honestly how I feel. And I hope that Sweet Tea knows that at the end of the day, everything that was done to her will come back to those women. Because you can't win when you play dirty, like Nene Leakes says. And karma is real, and you reap what you sow. And I want her to go on with life with a smile on her face, have her baby, get her man, and live her life while theirs crumbles. Okay? Crumbles. I hope to have her on my channel so we can really get to know her, outside of all of the mess that she had to deal with on the show. But I think that she did what needed to be done in the 2 seasons that she was on the show. I love the fact that she stuck up for herself. She didn't let anybody talk down to her or belittle her. And she stood on business, point blank and the period. And I love that about her. And I wish her nothing but the best. And I wish her and Dr. Gregory success in their marriage and in their journey of having a child with one another. Because that's what's important. Married to Medicine ain't that important, child. Because the way that show is going, it is a sinking ship at this point. And based off her statement, it's obvious that she didn't leave the show. It's obvious that she wasn't asked back. That's what I'm going to assume. And that's okay. That is all right. It shouldn't be no skin off her back. Because honestly, truly, I wouldn't have wanted to come back. Who wants to deal with it? I wouldn't. Y'all already know after I just did my quad expose, she over there living a lie. Heavenly is just pathetic. That expose will be out next week for sure, you guys. So it's like, girl, you are better off. So better off. And not only today was it announced that Sweet Tea was not coming back, but Funky Dineva was doing a live and he had this to say about the upcoming season.
Quad trying to have a baby. She ain't pregnant yet, y'all. She ain't pregnant yet. I just talked to her yesterday, matter of fact. She ain't pregnant yet, y'all, but they are actively trying. Oh, they start back filming Married to Medicine next week. Oh, I'm gonna be on there. That's some business I could tell. I'm gonna be on there. That is some business I could tell. I'm gonna be on there. And the question is, though, just am I gonna be on there getting it started, or am I just gonna be on there being nice? But I'm gonna be on there next season. That's why I was in here trying to get my wigs and stuff together. But yeah, they start back filming next week. They start back filming Married to Medicine next week. Yeah, I know Sweet Tea and Greg are no longer there.
Like 5 or 6 years ago, I would have been excited to see Dineva on the show, but I'm not moved. I'm not moved to see him on the show because we already know where his loyalties lie, and it's with Heavenly and Quad. So I could really honestly care less. So filming begins next week. We have not found out who else has been asked back about any new cast members, because I do know for a fact that they were searching for new cast members. So we can be expecting some new faces. I honestly don't really care to see Dr. Mimi return next season because she really didn't do much of anything this past season. And I don't really see it for her and her wide chin husband. Just gonna be honest with you about that. I'm not looking forward to seeing Heavenly. I don't know if I can mentally deal with another season of her and Quad and Jackie's foolishness, because this past season was rough on me mentally. I just couldn't even stomach watching the show. It drove me nuts, and it just was irritant to my spirit. So I don't even really know if I'm gonna do reviews on next season of Married to Medicine, because it needs to change over there, and I can't deal with it. I just honestly cannot. It's so toxic and nasty and vile now. That show is totally not what Mariah envisioned. It has jumped the ship at this point, jumped the shark, whatever the analogy is, and it has really turned into some Zeus Network foolishness. And this is supposed to be a group of highly educated professional women, and they get on there and act like ghetto banshees. So I don't know, Bernie. Maybe by the time it comes back on next year, I'll feel differently. But as of right now, it's a big no for me. But y'all let me know down below in the comment section if you would like for me to interview Sweet Tea. Would you like to get to know another side of her and really get to see what we didn't get to see from her throughout the season, as well as, me getting in there and asking the questions about, the show and all of that good stuff. Y'all let me know if that's something that y'all would want to see. Please make sure to thumbs up this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on your post notifications so you know my videos drop. I love you guys, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.